All right. All right. We're back in business. Welcome to Sasha, where nous parlons tout bagay show regarding mental health and wellness. I'm your host, Sa, aka Glasses Lady. Today's a new day, and I'm happy that you're here. Tishale, Tishale, Tishale. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's up? What's going on? We just celebrated the holidays. That was interesting, right? It's always interesting to celebrate a holiday without a loved one because it's like now everything that I do, it's like, oh, my first this without them or my first this without them, and it's sad. It's a little sad. We're making it. We're pushing through. It is what it is. But it is, I'm not gonna lie, it is a little sad. It's actually very much sad. Something that is getting me through is just knowing, like, honestly, just leaning on God. Just telling God, like, hey, I'm sad. And he's like, all right, my daughter, rest on me. And I'm just like, okay. God designs everything to happen a certain way. I don't know why. I don't know the answer for things. But going through like the holidays without my loved one really gave me a chance to just really give it to him. In a way, it tested my faith because I couldn't have gone through this without him for real. Like, yeah, I was sick during Thanksgiving break, so like a lot of it I was just in bed and I couldn't do much. But it was also my loved one's birthday like a couple days before. So I was already feeling like, oh my gosh, my first birthday without them. Or my first, not even my first birthday, but my first, me celebrating their birthday for the first time without them there. Me celebrating Thanksgiving without them there. Like, how do we have a family event and my family's not here? It don't make sense. It don't make sense. We're getting through it. It's okay. And I think actually that's what we're going to talk about today. So around this time, we go through something called seasonal depression. If you guys haven't seen my TikTok video, I recommend that you do. I'll post it in the notes down below. On the topic of seasonal depression, the other side that people don't really talk about is the side of being angry. When we think about seasonal depression and all of that, we think about being lonely. We think about less sun out, so it's like we don't have sunlight, so our mood automatically shifts, it changes. We think about being in depressed mood and just being alone and in our own little bubble until somebody reaches in and pulls us out. Something that I realized is that isn't spoken about often is that other side of being angry. Angry that you're lonely, angry that you don't have that person with you anymore, whether it's a loved one, relationship, whatever. Because around this time in the holidays is really when you feel it the most. So, especially if this is the first holiday without that person, yes, you have that sense of feeling lonely, but there's also that just anger that's behind it. What I did is I went to go see what the Bible said about it because I was definitely feeling that way. This was my first birthday, my first holiday without this person. Last year I was celebrating this person another year into their life, and then now it's like, where does all this love and this energy go? I'm in the state where I go to God for it all. Yes, definitely therapy, because come on now, we got to learn some things about ourselves. And let us remember, I am not a preacher. In no way am I a preacher. I'm just telling you what I think that this means. And because I was already in a state of like anger, loneliness, confusion, this brought me a lot of comfort. So I'm really hoping that it helps you guys out the same, even if it's just by a little bit. But yes, I went to go see what the Bible said, and I was brought to 1 James 19, verse 20, which says, and I'm reading the, this is the Bible, the same Bible I got from Acts 242 Discipleship Conference. Now, hold on, SMR. Thank ya. CSB. What CSB mean? Oh, Christian Standard Bible. Duh. Come on now. James 1, verse 19 through 20. Dear brothers and sisters, understand this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger. For human anger does not accomplish God's righteousness. What does that mean? Let's specifically talk about verse 20. For human anger does not accomplish God's righteousness. Pretty simple, right? How does us being angry help God? What can I do in my anger that will help him? Can I do anything in my anger that will help him? And let's just think about this, because when it's you, think about when you're angry. Are you productive in any way? Can you do anything that will have any kind of positive impact? I know some people, they strive off of proving others wrong, but let's think about when you're angry. Can you do anything that will give glory and honor to the Lord? Okay, and not even just the Lord. Can you do anything that will give honor to yourself? When some people get angry, all they see is red, and then you black out. How could you be giving honor to yourself or to God if you don't even remember what's going on? You're just mad, so you're just spewing everything and anything. And that's why I read that first part, because we have to understand this. We need to understand this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger. Because if you're angry, what can you do that is going to serve you and serve God? Human anger doesn't accomplish God's righteousness, right? And in no way am I saying that you can't be angry. You have every right to be angry. You have every right to be disappointed. You have every right to be upset. But bring all of that to God. Really let him talk to you through this time. Lean on him and ask him why. Lean on him and ask him for understanding. In my time of doing that, he led me to Jeremiah 29:11, where he talks about how he knows all the plans for my life. Something that I will always, always, always say is God is the same yesterday, today, and forever, right? So if he knows the plans that he has for my life, he was faithful back then, he's going to be faithful now, and he's going to be faithful in the future. Those same plans that he has for my life are going to work out for my good. I may not understand everything that's going on around me. I may not like everything that's going on around me, but what I need to understand, what we need to understand, he has a plan for us. He always has a plan. God will rather have you come to him with your anger than go to something or someone else. Give it to him. He only wants the best for us. He is the same God, yesterday, today, and forever. In Proverbs 15, verse 13, it says, "A joyful heart makes a face cheerful, but a sad heart produces a broken spirit." Beating off of the sad heart, it's just going to produce a broken spirit. And a broken spirit leads to more sadness, depression, anxiety, loneliness, all of the negative thoughts that come in around the seasonal time. It all is kind of like connected. With everything that I just mentioned, this is the time to give it back. Give it back to God. Bring that anger to Him. Bring that disappointment to Him. Bring that anxiety to Him. Give it to Him because He knows the plans that He has for you. You bring it to Him, lay it at His feet, handle it with God, and also your therapist if you have one. But give it to God. Let Him help you deal with all of this, and then go from there. He only wants what's best for us, and His plan is already laid out. He will never fail. Let's put some real life scenarios behind this. The first scenario that I want to bring out is starting to feel lonely, starting to be upset with whoever because you feel like no one's on your side, no one's aligned with you, you don't have anyone in your corner. This one's going to take a little bit of homework and a little bit of time, but I promise you, if you do this, it will help you to start to identify what your triggers are. So let's say you're having it's a random Sunday. You're just doing you. You're laying down, you're scrolling on your phone, and you start to have a thought like, dang, I don't have anybody in my corner, or there's nobody that I can call. Pause. What were you just looking at? What was the thought process before? What brought up that thought process? Let's think about the five senses. Did you hear something? Did you look at something? Did you taste something? Touch. Did you touch something? Smell, taste. You know the five senses. Once you're aware of the things that's triggering you, you can start to work around it so that you can move yourself out of that situation and it won't affect you as much. Identify whatever that is and then figure out what the pattern is that goes along with that. Because there could be a pattern that you're not aware of, and the only way for you to become aware is if you start to document it. If you try this out, please, I would love to hear how this goes. I'm going to go back to James 1:19-20, where it says, be slow to respond and everything like that, right? Say you go to Thanksgiving, Christmas dinner, whatever, and there's that family member that triggers you. Because let's talk about it. Just a little tangent. Family members, especially the immediate family, not like the second, third cousins or maybe some aunts and uncles, but they know how to get under your skin. There's a science to it. That's what I believe. I don't know. But they know how to get under your skin. They know exactly what to say that will just take you out like you're upset. Now let's go back on track. So let's say you go to a family event and then there's a family member triggering you with whatever phrase that they know to trigger you. One thing that you can do, and I'm by no means am I saying that this is easy, but we're practicing being slow to respond, right? Slow to anger. We're going to walk away. Not everything deserves a response. And in this season, we're not giving our energy to anything that isn't benefiting us, because why engage in that if you're just going to get upset? Now you just ruined your whole family holiday gathering or whatever you guys do. That's not fair to you. Say it with me. Not everything deserves a response. Good job. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Let's see what's going on. All right. So, we're going to keep this going on the topic of anger. I'm going to share with you one thing that you can do to help whenever you get flustered, frustrated, whatever the case, but you get angry to the point where you black out, where you just start seeing red, you can't hear anything else around you. I'm giving you a tool to help keep you grounded during this time. I was also brought to this other verse, Proverbs 17 verse 22, which says, a joyful heart is good medicine, but a broken spirit dries up the bones. We don't want to be dry bones, okay? We want our bones to be fresh and nice. So let's lift up our spirits by doing this activity. So this activity is called box breathing. Let me bring this down. Let me move this a little bit out the way. We all know that breathing is an exercise that usually helps with releasing anger, stress, keeping you grounded, coming back to removing the noise from everywhere else. Now, this, we're going to use our five senses and also center ourselves while breathing. The easiest part of it is just to breathe. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And our magic number for today is going to be 4. So let's remember just 4, 4, 4, 4. So first, let's start with the breathing part. Inhale 4. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good job. Look, y'all are naturals at this. It's box breathing. Where's the box? I'm about to show you. You're going to do the shape of a box, but on your chest. So this is a box. This is going to be the box, right? Now, for every side, we're going to do, remember that special number 4? For every side, it's going to be 4. So let's use this for inhale and this for exhale. We're going to inhale and exhale. I'm tapping on my chest to give you the visual of me counting, but you don't have to tap if you don't want to. You can literally just go like this. So let me do one without the tapping. I encourage you to try it with me, at least this one time, and then you can do it as many other times as you'd like moving forward. We're going to end with our reflex sheet. Repeat after me. I am unique. I am blessed. I am wonderfully made. God, I give you this day. Have a great one, guys. See you soon.